There's a lot of anecdotal advice around on improving your marriage. But if you want something you can really use that will actually make a difference and reignite your marriage, check out the link in the description below.
The question, what if you find out that your wife is cheating on you? Answer by Sam Maddie. When answering, the question needs to be understood clearly. People will bring unnecessary things such as children and courts into the answer. We have to know which country before you bring court into the answer. Problem of wife cheating needs to be dealt accordingly. This is considering that the wife and man do not have children, as it is not mentioned in the question. First, we need to find out why wife is cheating. Is the man lacking something? If man is good enough in every sense, if wife's basic nature is of cheating and can't change her ways, then man should have enough proofs about cheating and then take a further course of action. Marriage is all about trust and commitment. If a person/wife in this case, for no reason is cheating, which is ultimate insult to the trust and commitment, then show the proofs to wife, and put an end to the marriage and let her go and let her be happy. This is possible in many countries. The above scenario is in most of the countries. Let us look at what happens in India, but in places like India, it is not so easy. Wife can make man's life miserable even if she is 100% at fault. A man can do nothing, court can do nothing. Man has to rot in hell, only death will liberate the man. https://www.dailyo.in/politics/d. Men, beware. These are the draconian anti-men laws in India. Read some examples. When Sahil Gupta celebrated his 16th wedding anniversary on October 28, little did he realize it would be the last time he would see his wife and 2 kids. He bought his wife a bouquet of flowers. The next day his wife told him she was going downstairs with the kids to play badminton, but instead left with them to her parents' place. The next thing he knew, she had filed a dowry case against him and did not allow him to speak to his children again. Sahil has no idea what went wrong. In Sahil's case, he could see she was moving some of her clothes out, but thought she was giving them away. Except she strategically planned to keep a few things at her married home to tell the police that she was thrown out. She also told them that the parents tore her clothes. Sahil's parents are in shock as they had treated her as their own daughter, always taking her side over Sahil's and helping her with the children in the house. As elderly people, it is difficult for them to recover from this shock and trauma. Daryl married for a second time in his late 30s and brought his wife Garima home. They lived with his mother and soon Garima wanted the house to herself, and the deed transferred in her name. Daryl said his mother had nowhere to go. His mother suggested that the couple look for a rented place since none of them seemed to be happy with each other. Immediately, Garima moved to her mother's place and claimed she was thrown out of the house and filed a dowry case against the son and mother. Daryl is so shocked that he's gone into depression. Indian society sees only one side of the narrative and is quick to judge the male partner. A woman in India needs only to file a dowry or domestic violence case, or a rape case against the husband's family, and it is the onus of the men in the family to prove it wrong. They are declared guilty in the face of society, the law and their friends even before they have a moment to catch a breath and prove their side of the story. We are born alone, we live alone, we die alone. Only through our love and friendship can we create the illusion for the moment that we are not alone. End the illusions and deal with life, even if it's unfair. Orson Welles. Answer by Bernard Machetet. I'm so sorry to hear that you're in this painful situation. It is really a heart-ripping deep sorrow to have your love and trust broken and betrayed. How are dealing with this so far? I hope you have some good friends and family to support you, to help you rationally sort out what's going on. You want to surround yourself with people who will support you and will try to control their bias in this situation. Although verbal bashing feels good at the moment, it has longer-term consequences for all that hear it, especially you. I also hope you would consider some professional counseling, as betrayal in marriage has big emotional consequences on the individuals involved and shouldn't be tread on lightly. Also check out this list, Living in the Wake of Fractured Vows, Listly List. The important thing is to reach out. Don't hold this in and try to manage it on your own. You will just succeed in burying it until a later time when you don't want it coming back up. Hoping the best for you. Answer by Dorothy Tegeler. Ask her. Make sure the info you have is accurate. You should have written or visual proof. If you are the jealous type, you may be magnifying things that you suspect she has done. Make a list of all the things you have found to be suspicious and ask her to explain them. Try to do this when you are both calm and not already angry. If she says yes, then work with her to come up with a plan for your futures. Discuss if you want to stay together under what conditions. Is it possible that marriage counseling could help you put this back together? If that isn't agreeable to either of you, then what is the next step? Always remember that heading for a divorce court isn't always the best solution. You will both end up with less money. Your children will be ferried back and forth between homes, and you have probably spent a lot of time together, and all those shared memories will be gone. But in other cases, staying together is just not an option.